Welcome to part 2 of the Cluny Doily with Ruffle. We're starting round 6 and you start off by making a slip stitch into the first loop, chaining 3 and making 3 double crochet in the loop. These are not shells, so you don't keep a loop on the hook, so you work all the loops each time. Chain 4 and then make 4 more double crochet in the same loop. These are going to form the bottom part of the wheat ears that are traditional in Cluny lace. So now you chain 5 and make a treble crochet in the single crochet of the previous row. Once you've done that, chain 5 again and then make again the 4 double crochet, chain 4, 4 double crochet in the loop. So skip one loop and into the next loop. Basically you're making the wheat ears in the small loop that were formed by the double crochet, chain 3 double crochet. So that forms a pattern for the round. So you do again 5 chain and then a treble into the single crochet in the round previous, chain 5 and then again the 4 double crochet, chain 4 double crochet. At the end, chain 5 and make a slip stitch in the third chain of that very first chain that you made when you started the round. So this is what your work looks like after round 6. Round 7, you start by chaining 3 and then you make a double crochet in the next 3 double crochets of the previous round, but you keep the last loop on the hook. That way you can form a shell. So you'll have 4 loops on the hook. Pull the thread through, chain 4 and make 4 double crochet into the loop. You're not making a shell, so they have to be plain double crochet. Basically each ear of the wheat ear is formed by 4 double crochet on the previous row, and then the next row you make a shell out of those 4 double crochet. So now you do again, you make a shell again, so you make 4 double crochet keeping loop on the hook and then pull the thread through all 4. Chain 5 and a treble again in the single crochet of the previous row. So repeat that pattern to the end. So at the end, chain 5 and then make a slip stitch into the top of the first shell. So this is what the work will look like once you've done round 7, and we're going to start on round 8. You're going to slip stitch into the chain space next to the first shell, chain 6, and then make a shell over those 4 double crochet from the previous row. So again, make double crochet, keep one loop on the hook, and then pull a thread through all 4 at the same time. Well, you'll have 5 basically, because you'll have one loop from the chain. Chain 6 again, single crochet into the next loop, chain 6 again, and then make a treble in the single crochet of the previous round. Chain 6, and then skip one loop on the previous round and make a single crochet into the next. And that way you work your way round to finish round 8. So this is what your work looks like when you finished round 8, and you can see the first row of wheat ears in the pattern. So the next round is going to start making the loops for the next row of wheat ears. So for round 9, slip stitch into the next loop, chain 7, and single crochet into the next loop. Chain 7 again, and now in the treble of the previous row, make 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet. These are the little loops that the next row of wheat ears are going to be placed. So chain 7 again, and skip 1 loop and single crochet in the next. So there you can see the pattern. So now you'll be chaining 7 again, and then single crochet in the next loop, and you work your way around to the end. When you're at the end, the last chain will be chain 3 and a treble into the slip stitch of the first chain 7 that you made at the beginning of the round. So now we've got a new starting point for the next row. I'll pin it out again just to make sure. I always do that just to save the hassle of having to start again when it's wrong. So the next round we're going to tackle now is round 10. Chain 6 and make a single crochet into the next loop. So once you've done that, chain 6 again and make a single crochet into the next loop. So now we're going to do the wheat here again. So we chain 4, then make 4 double crochet into the loop, chain 4 and 4 more double crochet into the same loop. So once we've done that, chain 4 and make a single crochet into the next loop. And then after that you do the chain 6 single crochet twice and work your way around to the end of the row. When you get right to the end, you make a slip stitch into the 4 chain treble of the previous row, so at the base of the first 6 chain you made on this round. Cluny patterns are quite simple once you get the idea of how they work out. So this is what it looks like after round 10. In my next video I'll be showing you how to do the next part of this doily.